Last season, we interviewed Dr. Andrew Weil here on the show, and he had some really good news for us.
He did indeed. He's been a leading pioneer in the field of integrative medicine, and now he's focusing a lot on the aging process.
So when we asked him about the likelihood of getting sick as we get older, the good news was that he said it doesn't have to happen.
In fact, he said it's possible to stay really healthy well into our 70s and 80s and beyond.
Yes! So you recently did some follow-up work on that.
Well, I spent some time with a couple of experts in the field of optimum wellness to get their views on maintaining a healthy libido in these days when boomers are saying things like 60 is the new 40.
I think what you're asking is, can we have good, healthy, strong sexual relationships as we age? And the answer is absolutely yes.
Dr. Marcus Laux is a naturopathic physician, best-selling author, and clinical professor who's devoted years to exploring natural ways of achieving optimum health. Judith Orloff is a psychiatrist, university professor, and best-selling author. They both agree that male sexual health depends on a lot more than blood flow to a certain part of the body.
Sexuality isn't just about biology, although in part it is. And what we really lack in Western culture is the ability to tune in to the erotic, ecstatic energies that are in the body through the subtle energy system. It's how you connect with your own body and connect with all of life, which ignites the sexual erotic energy. That's the life force. It's the life force that, as a psychiatrist, I believe needs to be awakened with the other energies, and they're all connected.
Connecting multiple energies is also an important component in Marcus Laux' approach to maintaining a healthy libido.
Then let's focus on improving the man's health, his overall functioning. Let's support his sexual and urogenital system. Let's make sure his heart and energy is strong. If we do that, then his sexual health improves and flourishes on its own over time.
Doctors Laux and Orloff agree that many men need to look at their sexual health from a different perspective, both psychologically and physically.
They either associate sex with some kind of mechanical prowess or else want to take a pill just to be able to have an erection, but they don't know how to work with their energy to be able to ignite the eroticism, not just with a partner, but in how they relate to nature, how they relate to life.
I think it's important for men, when they think about their sexual health, it really is the early warning sign. It really is the yellow canary to your overall health. If a man has sexual concerns or less than perfect performance, that's an early indicator that perhaps there's cardiovascular disease, perhaps there's early diabetes, perhaps there's increased inflammation going on in the body. We know that men that will exhibit signs of ED, they will exhibit that about 3 years before they're going to be really concerned with a treatable heart condition. So if you're now focused on sexual health, you want to look at your overall lifestyle. They are part and parcel bundled together.
Because of Dr. Laux' clinical expertise and extensive travel in search of natural medicines, he serves as a consultant to a number of nutritional supplement companies. And from a physical perspective, he says natural help is available that supports peak sexual performance.
There are botanicals that do that. Tribulus terraris, ginseng, red ginseng and white ginseng can help, and Bouteilla superba, usually larger doses over a period of time. I don't recommend that, but it's been shown that it can help. I think a smarter approach is to take a product that has some combinations. The only one that I know that has been tested, that has no adulterants, that's gone through all of the studies for quality control, is the 112 degrees. It's the only one on the market that I know that has the pedigree, the science, and the safety to recommend to a man. Let's look if we can support and nourish the body and the man's entire system for much better function.
From a psychological and spiritual perspective, Dr. Orloff says it is possible for men to awaken the subtle energies of their sexuality. In fact, 1/3 of her guide to intuitive healing is focused on how to do so.
This is a way of developing it in terms of going in and feeling the sexual energies and learning to work with them in meditation or through practices with a partner to develop that energy, which is in the first chakra, which is the sexual energy center in many Eastern traditions, and in the second energy center, the second chakra, to be able to awaken that energy.
Healthy habits in everyday life are also important.
When you're healthy, an erection is as spontaneous and as natural and easy as breathing. So by doing things in your lifestyle, exercise, eating well, taking care of yourself, you take those risks for major problems to the heart and get rid of them. And if you can improve your lifestyle, you can actually improve your sexual life, your sexual performance. Sex at some level has always kind of been in the closet and something we don't talk about in polite company. But the fact is we should. And while it's a private matter, it's something that's part of all of us. It's hardwired in us. It's a big part of our relationships and feeling good. So to have that be a functioning, fulfilling part of our life is incredibly important. And medically, it's also important. It's good for your head, it's good for your spirit, it's good for your body.
Judith Orloff concurs with the importance of the mind-body-spirit balance of male sexual health.
That's working with the element of sexual energy, not just the biology of sexuality in terms of getting more blood flow to a certain area or balancing the hormones, which is very essential. You know, all of that to balance mind, body, spirit, energy. You work with all those elements when it comes to male and female sexuality.
And the good news is that with the right kind of support and approach, those sexual energies can continue to flow at virtually any age.
We can be perfect at almost every age. Now, can I go run around the block like I did when I was 20? No. Can I still run around the block? Well, it takes me a little longer, but the answer is yes. So sexual activity as we age should be even more enjoyable. Maybe not as energetic, maybe not as long, but certainly as satisfying, certainly possible, and should be part of a good, healthy, long, I think, fulfilling life.
So it looks like that whole body approach is the way to go.
I know most of us would like that one pill quick fix, but the better strategy for the long term does seem to be taking really good care of our total body, not just one isolated part of it, important as that may be.